The campaign of misinformation escalates in Sudan as artificial intelligence-driven voice cloning technology is used to impersonate former leader Omar al-Bashir on social media. Artificial intelligence-driven voice cloning technology is now being used to impersonate Omar al-Bashir, the former leader of Sudan, in a campaign that has garnered hundreds of thousands of views on TikTok. This is adding to the confusion and disinformation in Sudan's civil war. For more insight on the situation, viewers Ndiho spoke to Chukwuemeka Munye, a lawyer and cybersecurity expert in Abuja, Nigeria.
AI, like all technologies, they are moral tools, and they are by themselves neither good nor bad. The goodness or the badness of the tool depends on the person who is employing it. And I would say that very often we see these tools being employed by the vast majority of people for good purposes, for entertainment and creation of content, education, communication, and various purposes. And now with what we are seeing in Sudan, where misinformation, and we are seeing deepfake with audio technology being employed to fake the voice of a former leader, which could have implications for what is going on in Sudan in terms of the war. So these are some of the downsides, but to be very honest, they are not surprising because these are things that experts had warned about at the onset of the AI revolution and the current AI boom we are seeing.
We've had a war raging in Sudan since May this year, and so many people have died, others have fled the country. Now you bring technology into the mix. Obviously, it's going to cause a lot of havoc there. How can people go about stuff like this?
A lot of work would have to be done by technology companies, particularly social networks, in terms of misinformation. But the reality is that the technology itself has developed faster than the tools to mitigate the risk. So we have seen more advancement in the technologies to create synthesized audio, videos, or images. I think states need to step up to realize that we need more and better legislation. Of course, legislation that is proportional to the risk on ground, which is a challenge in Africa, because one of the concerns is that with the rise of technologies and the incident that has played out in Sudan, if care is not taken, it could be employed as an excuse by state actors to further mitigate or diminish free speech. But regardless of that risk, for safety and for sanity in society, there will definitely have to be legislation that addresses issues of misinformation, where people realize that in the events that I create content that is fake, beyond the social media platform just banning my account, like we have seen with the Sudan incident, there is a real risk that I could go to prison for creating such false content.
Can this AI, this new revolution, be used for good?
The vast majority of users of artificial intelligence and the associated technologies and other emerging technologies are using them for good, for improvement of their day-to-day living. Yeah, but we have some actors who deploy them for evil, but we also need to have those conversations, because the evil that they can be deployed for also can find scale, and that scale can wipe away whatever good we are doing, actually, like we have seen in many societies or states where technologies have been deployed maybe for election interference or disinformation, like we saw at critical times, maybe during the pandemic and things like that. So yes, the vast majority of people use them for good, but there's also evil that needs to be talked about because of the potential of the scale of that evil.
Well, that was viewers Ndiho speaking to Chukwuemeka Munye, a lawyer and cybersecurity expert.